What a mess at the Oxford Union. A highly anticipated debate turned into a full-blown international incident. And you won't believe the drama that unfolded. The motion was explosive. This House believes that India's response to Pakistan is a populist strategy sold as security policy. It was meant to be a clash of titans. But it ended in chaos and accusations. So, what happened? Indian Speaker Sai Deepak laid it all out on X, and his version is completely different from what the Pakistan High Commission in London is saying. According to Deepak, the whole thing was a setup, a Pakistani gambit to avoid a real debate. First, let's look at the players. The Oxford Union president, Musa Haraj, is allegedly the son of Pakistan's Minister of Defense Production. The treasurer, Razan Azhar, is also of Pakistani origin. This set the stage for what Deepak called an organizational failure from the start. The Indian side had already faced a setback. The original big names, former Army Chief General Naravane and Dr. Subramanian Swamy, had to pull out just 2 days before the event due to prior commitments. This left the Indian team scrambling. But Deepak, who was already on board, managed to rally support from UK-based speakers Manu Kajaria and Satish Sharma. They were ready to go. The debate was scheduled for November 27th. But just hours before it was supposed to start, at 3:13 p.m., Deepak got a call. He was told the Pakistani delegation, which included heavyweights like former Foreign Minister Hina Rabbani Kar and Defense Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif, hadn't even landed in London yet. Hearing this, the Indian team, who were on their way, decided to turn back from their journey to Oxford. It seemed pointless to go if the other side wasn't even in the country. But here's where the story takes a wild turn. Deepak later claimed he received confirmation that the Pakistani delegation had, in fact, landed and were already checked into a hotel in Oxford. This revelation led him to unleash a furious attack. He accused the Pakistani side of deserting the battlefield even before the battle begins, suggesting they were scared to face a live, unscripted debate. He didn't hold back on his criticism of the Oxford Union either, saying its leadership allowed the prestigious institution to be dragged in muck and used as a mouthpiece for the Pakistan High Commission. Indian politician Priyanka Chaturvedi also weighed in, tweeting, "Pakistan is crying again over an Oxford Union debate. Once again, they have proved to be liars." Now, for the other side of the story. The Pakistan High Commission released a completely different statement. They expressed regret that the Indian delegation, which they still listed as General Naravane and Dr. Swamy, had withdrawn at the last minute. They claimed this handed a walkover to the Pakistani side. They framed it as the Indian side lacking the confidence to defend its policies in a neutral and intellectually rigorous setting. So, who do you believe? On one hand, you have Deepak's detailed minute-by-minute account of last-minute cancellations, misinformation about travel plans, and a team ready to debate. On the other, you have the Pakistani High Commission claiming the Indian side simply backed out. Was it a deliberate Pakistani strategy to avoid a difficult conversation? Or was it a massive organizational failure by the Oxford Union? It's a classic case of he said, she said, but with international implications. This wasn't just a university debate, it was a showdown that collapsed into a war of words fought on social media. The motion itself was controversial, but the chaos that followed has become an even bigger story. What was meant to be an intellectual exchange became a farce, leaving everyone wondering what really happened behind the scenes at one of the world's most famous debating societies. What do you think really went down? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.